What's up DM citizens? Welcome back to another Spiritvale video. Today, I'll show you everything you need to know about leveling and building the Rogue and Shinobi class. We'll cover the fastest leveling route for your Rogue, the stats and skills you should prioritize, the equipment and artifacts you need to farm, and how to transition from a Venom Strike build into a powerful Blade Dance build. After that, we'll advance into the Shinobi class and explore two different builds, the high damage flash step build and the magical Autocaster build. So before we begin, make sure to check out my previous Spiritvale videos for more class guides, builds, and gameplay tips. So without further ado, let's go! Before we begin leveling your rogue, let's first discuss your stats and starter skills. For your stats, distribute your points between Agi and STR. Agi will improve your attack speed and flee, while STR will increase your physical damage. For your starter skills, prioritize the following: Level 5 Venom Strike, Level 5 Lightning Reflexes, Level 5 Dual Wield Mastery, Level 10 Blade Mastery, Level 5 Multi-Strike, and Level 5 Haste. Venom Strike will be our main source of damage during the early game while we prepare to transition into the Blade Dance build. Start leveling your character in Sunny Meadows, and stay there until you reach base level 10. While farming in Sunny Meadows, prioritize obtaining the following equipment: Novice Set, Chirpy Hat, 2 Golden Hoop accessories, potions, and Pioneer Artifact Set. These items provide useful early game stats, recovery, and additional damage, making your leveling experience much easier. Once you reach base level 10, travel to Nevaris sewers and continue farming until you reach around base level 20 to 25. While farming in the sewers, prioritize obtaining the following equipment: 2 Bone Fang weapons, Stone Guard, Verdant Striders, and Steelheart Artifact Set. This is also the best time to min-max the substats on your Stone Guard and Steelheart artifacts, because we will continue using these items until we reach job level 50. Prioritize equipment with the following substats: STR or Agi, HP percentage, and attack percentage. Getting the right substats early will significantly improve your damage and survivability as you move into stronger farming areas. After completing farming in the Nevaris sewers, travel to Bonny Woods and farm for the Fleet Runner. This equipment further increases your movement speed, allowing you to move between monsters and farm more efficiently. It is even better if you can obtain a Fleet Runner with Life Leech as one of its substats. Life Leech will help solve some of your HP recovery problems, especially when fighting large groups of monsters. You may also obtain the Egglet card and Sewer Rat card while farming. If you get lucky enough to obtain these cards, compound them into your weapons and legwear. These cards will further improve your Agi, attack speed, and flee. This next equipment is optional, but you may want to farm the Azure Antlers in Forest Field 1. The Azure Antlers can improve your farming and allow you to use your skills more consistently. However, you can skip this step if you already have enough recovery from your current equipment. At this point, we can begin preparing for our transition into the Blade Dance build. Travel to Lakefield and farm for 2 stiletto weapons. Try to obtain stilettos with at least some of the following substats: STR or Agi with attack percentage, critical rate, or melee damage. Once you reach at least base level 30 and obtain 2 stilettos, travel to Windy Desert South and farm for the Knuckleband. The Knuckleband will replace your Golden Hoop accessories and further increase your melee damage. If you are having difficulty farming the Knuckleband, you can obtain the following equipment first: Dino Cub Backpack and Chompy Head. These items provide healing whenever you deal damage, improving your survivability against higher level monsters. They will make your farming experience much easier while you work toward completing the rest of the build. Next, travel to Forgotten Depths 1 and farm for the Shadow Dancer shoes. Once you obtain these shoes, you should have all the important equipment needed to transition into the Blade Dance build. After collecting the recommended equipment, reset your stats. You can choose between two different stat distributions. For a more defensive and evasive setup, allocate 50 points into STR and put the remaining points into Agi. For a more offensive setup, allocate 50 points into Agi and put the remaining points into STR. After resetting your stats, reset your skills and prioritize them in the following order: Level 10 Blade Dance, Level 5 Lightning Reflexes, Level 5 Dual Wield Mastery, Level 5 Cloaking, Level 5 Haste, Level 10 Blade Mastery, and Level 5 Multi-Strike. Finally, refine both of your stiletto weapons to +6 if you have enough resources. The additional weapon damage will greatly improve Blade Dance and make your job level 50 grind much faster. At this point, you should have the recommended equipment, stats, skills, and artifacts for the Blade Dance build. You can now begin grinding in Goblin Cave 1 or Storm Rift Isle. Another useful way to increase your leveling speed is by using Zombie Goblin cards. If you compound a total of 6 Zombie Goblin cards across both of your weapons, Blade Dance can deal around 15,000 to 20,000 damage against undead monsters, depending on your equipment and stats. This makes Goblin Cave 1 one of the best places to reach job level 50. After reaching job level 50, it is finally time to advance your class into a Shinobi. Travel to Underground Cavern and look for the Shinobi Master. You do not need to complete a quest or bring any special materials. Simply talk to the NPC and your class advancement will be complete. After becoming a Shinobi, return to Storm Rift Isle or Goblin Cave 1 and continue farming. Gain a few job levels and collect enough skill points before completing your chosen Shinobi build. Now, let's talk about the different Shinobi builds you can use. Keep in mind that Spiritvale offers many possible equipment and skill combinations. The builds I'm about to show you are the setups that I personally think are viable, effective, and most importantly, fun to play. You can always adjust these builds depending on your available equipment, substats, and preferred playstyles. Let's begin with the Flash Step build. This physical build focuses on quickly bursting down enemies by stacking offensive stats and using Flash Step as its primary source of damage. It is a great option for players who enjoy fast movement, high critical damage, and powerful burst attacks. For your stats, allocate your points as follows: 99 Agi, 50 Luck, and put the remaining points into STR. For your weapons, you can use the following options: Piercer, Axe of Oblivion, Master Katar, and Storm Feather Kunai. The Piercer is a good starting weapon for this build, and is also the weapon that I'm using in this video. During the late game, you can equip the Axe of Oblivion in your offhand to gain additional offensive stats. Use the Master Katar if your build lacks critical rate. The Storm Feather Kunai is another strong option because it increases Flash Step's damage and reduces its cooldown. Weapon selection for this build can be somewhat complex. Choose your weapon based on the stats your character currently lacks, whether that is attack, critical rate, or critical damage. For your armor set, you can use one of the following: Direwolf set, Pirate set, or Breezeguard set. For your artifact set, you can use Steelheart or Fury Brand. The recommended Grimoire books for this build are Venom Bloom and Silent Circle. For your skills, allocate your skill points as follows: Level 10 Flash Step, Level 5 Silent Edge, Level 5 Shadow Mastery, Level 5 Ninjutsu Mastery, Level 5 Mimic Seal, Level 3 Shadow Seal, Level 5 Twist of Fate, and Level 5 Elusive Pain. For Mimic Seal, I recommend copying the Berserker skill Fearsome Cry. Fearsome Cry provides several useful offensive and crowd control effects, including Rage Stacks, Defense Reduction, and Stun. Here's the recommended skill rotation for the Flash Step build. First, cast Fearsome Cry to stun the enemies, reduce their defense, and increase their offensive power. Next, activate Cloaking to gain additional 50% critical rate. Cast Flash Step to deal your main burst damage. If enemies survive, follow up with Blade Dance and Twist of Fate to finish them off. The final build is what I personally think is one of the most entertaining Shinobi builds to play, the Autocaster Build. This build focuses on using basic attacks and multi-hit skills to automatically trigger additional magical attacks. Instead of relying on one powerful burst skill, the Autocaster Build fills the screen with different elemental effects. There are 3 element release skills you can use with this build: Fire, Ice, and Lightning Release. Once you activate one of these skills, you will receive a buff based on the selected element. For example, activating Lightning Release gives your attacks a chance to automatically cast Thunderbolt. It also enchants your weapon with the Wind element. Fire and Ice Release work similarly, but they provide their own elemental enchantments and autocast effects. Choose the release skill that matches your preferred element, equipment, or the elemental weakness of the monsters you are fighting. You can add even more autocast effects by equipping special headgear. Some useful options include Jack-o'-lantern, Drooping Cat, Drooping Pup, Drooping Angel, and Cheshire Cat. There are also many other headgear options that can trigger different skills. The Jack-o'-lantern is the one I'm using in this video. You can experiment with different headgear and elemental effects to create your own version of the build. Another useful tip is that you do not have to rely only on basic attacks to activate your autocast effects. Shuriken Fan and Blinding Spiral can also trigger effects that normally activate when attacking. This adds another layer of damage and makes the build much more effective against group of monsters. For your stats, allocate your points as follows: 99 AG and put the remaining points into int. Weapon selection for the Autocaster build can be a little complicated because your best option will depend on your preferred element and skills. You can use the following weapons: Phantom Kunai, Razor Kunai, Frostfire Kunai, Stormcall Kunai, Flame Tongue Kunai, and Frostfang. The Phantom Kunai is one of the best starter weapons for this build and is also the weapon I'm using in this video. It helps solve some of the build's MP problems, allowing you to cast your skills more consistently. The Razor Kunai reduces the cooldown of Shuriken Fan. The Frostfire Kunai reduces the cooldown of Blinding Spiral. The Stormcall Kunai has a chance to trigger Chain Lightning. The Flame Tongue Kunai has a chance to trigger a Fire Release. And finally, Frostfang has a chance to trigger Ice Shard. Choose your weapons based on your preferred element and the autocast effects you want to activate. For your armor set, you can use Ashwalker set, Breeze Guard set, and Plasma set. For your artifact set, you can use Arcanum, Primordial, and Blitzcore. The recommended Grimoire books for this build are Hidden Strikes and Venom Bloom. For your skills, allocate your skill points as follows: Level 3 Shadow Seal, Level 5 Shadow Mastery, Level 5 Ninjutsu Mastery, Level 5 Flow State, Level 5 Shuriken Fan, Level 5 Fire, Ice or Lightning Release, and Level 10 Blinding Spiral. Here's the recommended skill rotation for the Autocaster build. First, activate your chosen element release skill if your weapon cannot automatically provide the buff. Next, use Shuriken Fan to attack multiple enemies and begin triggering your autocast effects. After that, continue attacking with your basic attacks. Easy combo, right? And that's everything you need to know about leveling and building the Rogue and Shinobi in Spiritvale. Which Shinobi build are you planning to use? The physical flash step build or the magical Autocaster build? Let me know your choice in the comment section below. If this video helped you, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more Spiritvale videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!